Welcome everybody, I'm Herblaut here, a top 100 Company Affairs 2 player, and in this video I'll show you how you may play the US forces in Company Affairs 3. First, build a pioneer as well as your barracks, and then send your scout squad for capping. It is important for US to go for the pioneer first, because otherwise you are lacking the capabilities to build up sandbags as well as denying the green cover for your enemy using barbed wire. Your initial US capping order should focus on fuel, as US is quite a fuel-hungry fraction, which can be seen by the first bars for your riflemen costing fuel instead of ammunition. Use follow-up commands using shift to let your squads cap control points without further micro-investment. Then, even though we chose a rifleman build order due to the barracks, you may go for the armored battle group and choose veteran crews. This way you can go for the Willis Jeep first and choose the left veterancy 1 ability, which allows it to cap control points. Now go for 3 rifleman squads. The first rifleman squad should head towards a position of the map where either your Willis Jeep or your scouts are providing reconnaissance. In this way you can figure out what units your opponent is using before you start fighting. As an ENG like over here, use a reconnaissance to flank it. However, if your opponent went for an early flamethrower to clear garrisons so that he can place heavy machine guns inside, you may add a mortar to your build order in between. Also make sure that you give your pioneers the flamethrower upgrade as well. Next you should go for some anti-tank capabilities as well as hailing. For anti-tank on more open maps you should go for the motor pool as soon as you get that 55 fuel and build the anti-tank gun. However, this should be paired up with the grenades upgrade for your riflemen as soon as possible so that you can snare enemy vehicles. On close quarters based maps you may feel free to go for the grenades upgrade first, especially when your opponent is playing an early vehicle based build. After you got anti-tank, go for the bar upgrade for your riflemen and use your ammunition to give a second bar to each of your squads. Now you have a sturdy army composition and you may decide whether to go for an MA Greyhound or to store for the Sherman tank. This match went well, so I decided to store for the Sherman. In between, however, you should not forget to get a second anti-tank gun and eventually a 4th rifleman. If everything works out as intended, you should go for the Sherman at around minute 16:30 and back it up with 4 riflemen, 2 pioneers, a Scot, a mortar and 2 anti-tank guns. However, when both players do some mistakes, the army composition may look like that with some units more or less, but that's fine. Now you may go for a second Sherman, get the gun upgrade, or if there are destroyed vehicles, like over here, go for a recovery vehicle. And regarding your armored battle group choices, I mainly recommend to go for the strength and steel tag because it lets you build up a bigger army and lowers your manpower drain, whereas the rest is very situational. Go for the Scot if you need more indirect fire support, for instance, or for the seek and destroy ability if you are about to build more battle tanks soon. And then win and say GG, well played and good time.
Till 59.